Hello. We are watching game 2. Tidebound with Tundra on the television Dota 2 Masters. This is going to be another analyze of the game from the post 5 perspective of Tidebound team. What went wrong, what was not going well, etc. And so far, we see the Naga first pick into Darkseer 9. Usually, Naga is pretty good into Darkseer. I'm not exactly sure what's the idea around it. I believe Tidebound have a very interesting plan where they will get some hero like Ember Spirit with it. I hope it will work. That Ember Spirit got removed. Tundra knows this combo is very strong. Without that, let me see. Let me see. Today is a good day of Dota. Let's check what they can do. For example, there is a task. All right. Ooh, Ursa Warrior. So perhaps this Naga is a boss 4 or boss 5 with Ursa, which is interesting. Ursa is a pick versus Darkseer as it gives you a fine lane. Tiny is sort of flex. Pretty cool way of drafting from Tundra. I would not expect this way of drafting. As well as Tidebound just decided to go Gyro Io. Is it a good Gyro Io pick? I am not sure, but since the Tinker is banned, SF is banned for the heroes that they really like playing, now I would say perhaps it's what they have left. Because when you think about it, is basically Ursa is a hero that is good versus not only Darkseer in lane, but also versus melee cores in the game, as he can just jump them and kill. I mean, again, solo targets. And Io is usually playing it to solo target. If they would go another melee core, maybe Ursa will still feel pretty good. 3-3 decided to pick his axe once again. Flash Shark is banned. This is something that perhaps Tundra would struggle if Tidebound would pick on 16 and 17. Is Flash Shark axe. And they are afraid of Invoker Storm from Tundra because they have a lot of initiation now. Having this type of a mid would definitely be very strong. Only 1 or 2 stuns on the Tidebound, which are those which are not giga reliable. But try their last pick and finally let's guess the roles. Let's try to understand. Okay, so it's 3-3 Axe, carry Ursa. This one is easy. And then whitemon Naga. And I'd say Tiny Mid, post for Betrider. Betrider is pretty good versus Gyro Io. You know this hero wants to win their lane, run with the Rocket Barrage. Perhaps Betrider can kind of salvage that. Can find a way to play into the lane and make it really hard to fight. Alright. 40 seconds left on the Tidebound. They wasted a lot of time to take this hero. There is a mid hero that they're looking for. They went with the Pangolier. So it is going to be Saxa post 4 Tiny and post 2 Betrider in the end. Okay, BZM is going to play Betrider and Tiny is just gonna pull the wave. Which is also a very strong way to deal with IO combos. You don't want to 2v2 the lane versus it. Kind of want to try to manipulate the wave, cheat the lane. We saw it last game how well they are doing this all lane manipulation. They played exactly the same lane, Tiny Axe. And let's start with watching Y perspective. Or maybe this time I should do the whitemon, as I'm a big believer of the Naga fellow. I will do the Naga now. We will eventually say what went wrong on bottom with IO, etc. I mean, what went wrong with Tidebound in this game is, as you might know, the game is not going to go well for them. Alright. Last game was pretty cool. I hope you liked it. Let's watch this one and see if we can learn and progress from it. As I'm making this content also for myself, I was a little bit demotivated to grind pubs, and watching these games helped me a lot through just watching people's POV and getting motivated to play, getting inspired is the right word to put. They're going to press the smoke pretty much late, or perhaps they will not use it at all. Okay, he decided to use it on the minus 20 seconds. They are smoked right now on the Tundra, it's just a bug. All 5 of them. Strider gets a vision mid. They're playing on reveal. Found Io Gyro, so they will back off. Interesting how Axe is here in order to get some things done, as well as Saxa is bottom with being ready to take the another rune. So in this way, they kind of can secure three three bounties, and Axe can potentially help with the first blood. So tidebound are trying to block the creep wave here. Maybe perhaps even kill it. Yeah, they are. They're getting a first wave right away. But their Darkseer is losing a lot of HP and he is going to die, so this fall thing wasn't worth it, as Axe will get a first blood. Oh my god. Okay. Kidaro. What do we see here? Tusk wants to pull waves. Ursa meets the creeps as well. Gonna take them behind the tower. Axe decided to die to the gate back and die to the neutrals. Because he was waiting for boots as well. Because their Gyro Io awaited him on the gate. And as well as Tiny now getting a lot of solo XP. He doesn't mind it. I believe getting this much of solo XP early on Tiny is probably even better than getting it on Axe on this particular matchup. But we'll see. Maybe it doesn't really matter. The Deluge level 1 is nice. Get some extra slow. If Darkseer uses Surge, he will get the full slow. Is the way that Deluge works. Instead of slowing, you change the move speed to 230 of the target unit. Unless it's Medusa, from what I know, with the facet that gives you that changes her move speed. Alright. Nice gank on mid. Using the advantage of the Betrayer, trying to get kill, easy kill. Rewards as well. Ursa is playing alone on top. It's quite dangerous for Ursa, but like even though he's not getting all the CS and all the free farm, this pressure that whitemon creates on the other side of the map is very important because he can. Io doesn't really want to leave bottom. It will put Jerry in the danger, as well as Tusk. If he would leave Darkseer versus Ursa 1v1, perhaps Ursa will start free farming, and that's what whitemon is planning on. While pressuring Pangolier mid, of course. Pressuring mid Pango is giving him extra kills, extra advantage. You can see how Tiny is also moving towards mid. They want to continue attacking this Pango. They're waiting for one more streaky, maybe? Oh, they decided to bail. They decided to, like, good enough. Pango is not touching a single creep. Not getting water runes. Tiny is now tipping top, and they will try to help Ursa to survive. Ursa is still alive. He has still 12 sticks. So this is big. As well as now they will try to kill Darkseer. If Ursa Tango, he will regen up fully. Has everything under control. This is the moment when Axe TP bottom. They will get the Axe kill. He finished his face boots already. So it's not a real big loss for him, as pretty solid for Radiant to get this kill. whitemon continue to trying to pressure mid, blocking the neutral camps on the big jungle and getting overall some area vision here. Since it's a nighttime, it's a good time to do it. Nice rotation from Saxa. Secures the kill. Alright, something to notice is how whitemon really well decided his items early on. Like, for example, he didn't buy stick, even though he's like laning versus Darkseer, he was using his spell every 9 seconds, right? a lot of stick charges. But because he understands that he's gonna roam a lot, he bought himself a Windlace, bought himself like a couple of Clarities, bought himself some Mango, and this is when like a couple of Mangoes, Clarity. This is when you can see like he understands what it means to be roaming on a map, what it means to play towards his mid lane. Very cool. They secure the active run, which is invis for Betrider. Because of the whitemon ward, they see Tusk rotation, and Tusk doesn't know about it. Couple of kills for Shiro. Whitemon will try to save his ally, but now once he saw the Pango here, he's like, okay, cannot save. I'm gonna go take my wisdom, as his team is trying to take enemies. But Ryder is very strong on this wisdom fights. He not only secures it, he also get the double kill, as well as the another one. So there's a triple kill for Dyer here for only cost of Tiny. Let's look really quickly how exactly they approached it, because I believe this is important. So there were no smoke, he just invis Betrider. Tiny is level 4. Ursa has a Lotus, 30 stick. So here's the thing, you can kinda tank with Ursa, but the most important is to get as much time for Betrider to build up his nature damage. So it's all started from Betrider, Tiny tossing Tusk on the Betrider. Now you can see BZM was very chill about how he's gonna show himself. He did not show up until he can get sticky on 3 heroes and instantly got Firefly on all of them. Is now Saxa is only using stun a little bit like before dying. It's also to create extra time. And also interesting how Crystallis understood that, look, that he doesn't want to get extra damage here or whatsoever. He's not committing on Ursa. He's waiting for Tiny to die and to tank all the spells, because there is like a bunch of AoE spells, Shield Crash, Swashbuckle, Iron Shells, etc. And only now he's going to commit when Tiny is dead. With all his resources. So what we have here is 2 full resources cores versus like heroes that already have spells of cooldown. On cooldown, I meant. Very cool. And he's tipping back to base, finish his travel boots. While that's all happening, Naga secured Wisdom, going to stack for Axe. He almost stacked all 3 camps nearby. This is a very nice spot to stack. Like if you end up playing bottom on Naga, standing 2 illusions here and here is very efficient. You get double build camp and 1 of Ancients is amazing place to be. Axe is continuing doing Axe things. 3-3 playing style in this game is like overall on Axe is like a different topic, because he's creating a lot of space and pressure, always allowing his allies to grab free zones on a map, because he's playing giga aggressive. He is forcing enemies to run back towards their own jungle, towards their own like tier 2, tier 3, and so when they kill him and waste time they waste time to go there, and then they waste time to get back to where they want to be. This is the time when he's usually sitting in the tower and sitting dead, respawning. Alright. Okay, so what do we have here is some nice initiation overall. Song used whenever the role is used. Ursa also committing, so they brought all the numbers on this bottom rune fight. Good positioning. Gonna continue staying next to Ancients, get another stack. I didn't pay exactly attention how the fight started, but it felt like the tidebound wanted to take this fight. It felt like it's important, and Rider was just in time to take it. Perhaps it was another Saxum masterclass bait. camps once again. Naga is such a nice hero to stack camps. Whenever I see people not stacking on Naga, I'm like, why are you not doing that? I'm questioning myself. Maybe that's their plan to make me question myself. As they smoke to bottom, the idea is to open up the tower. Ursa is here as well. The top tower has been opened before. Perhaps they don't really want to, as Ursa is happy farming this top jungle plus top lane plus top enchants and leaving his course to farm bottom whatever they want. Like for example here is interesting. So they are not right clicking this tower and they're allowing creeps to die in order for... Okay, never mind, they want to open it now. So they allowed a wave to die because without using it. Interesting. So enemy like to deny some farm from Radiant, but Radiant are here to farm, to fight. Song has been used again for the role. We're back on Naga POV. Relocate after Song. And this fight is not the one that Tundra wants to take, but he almost killed Pangolier, which is crazy. And now Betrider has the blink, but he will stop chasing as well as they know that enemy can still maybe turn. They still have cooldown on gyro, so gotta be careful. They're playing it very patiently, get the active rune on Strider, growing their lead. The real objective here is is the moment when Ursa's gonna finish his blink. Axe gonna finish his blink, and they already have blink on Betrider, so it's like a triple blink for them. Tiny is again buying the solar crest first item. Very cool pickup from Saxa, because it gives you mana, it gives you some extra stats, but more importantly, it gives you the active ability that helps you in early fights to sustain them. Warden of Shadows on Io and 0 items on Tusk. He's rushing Blink. So this is like the big diff of supports in this game. Alright, so Sister Shroud is trying to save Tiny life. What an item. Let's see once again how that happens. Like, look. So when your HP falls below 50%, you get 200% evasion for 8 seconds. Each attack that you will dodge with it will decrease the evasion bonus by 75. So you can see here how when he falls below 200%, it says you just couldn't die. Some extra evasion. Crazy. Another roll, no sunk now to counter it. It wasn't time to net. But this roll by itself will not really do much. Pang is kind of a hero that only becomes dealing a lot of damage once he get like Aghanim Scepter. This is when you usually want to buy extra armor or some Ghost Scepter to counter it. Whitemon wants to buy Guardian Griefs this game. His idea is to tank up his allies. They don't have a clear way to push in this game because Betrider also playing for the magic build is his facet. Nice initiation on BZM on top, getting the IO kill as well as Tiny is going to stun Gyro. Results them in getting a clear double kill here, I feel like. And Whitemon is not really watching too much of his allies. He has a lot of things going on for himself. And it's very important to trust your allies to do their job well, while maintaining your own job. So his job now is to scout enemy jungle, block it, or stack your own, control active runes, and push the lane. The most important part is you push the lane that is hard to push, that can be struggled. And see how he's blocking 3 camps at the same time, as well as controlling bottom rune, and Tiny is controlling top rune, and results them in securing it. He's removing like 300 gold from Radiant team by just blocking the camps like he did. This illusions usage that he did right now wasn't very efficient, as you want to use illusions post 30 seconds. But it doesn't really matter, as they are smoking to top, helping the Tiny. We already have Basher, and they are extremely big on Tundra, getting one kill after another. And you can see how fast this game snowballed out of the laning stage, out of the early game. The moment it became mid game, it suddenly Tundra just have like all the tools, and it's because of the discipline and finding the right moments to initiate. If you're not running around trying to get fights, you have more time to farm, and it is like very important. All right, so now we are looking to. What are we looking for? We are looking for Roshan. It's already dead by Ursa. Tormentor is already dead. Sorry, I was kind of trying to understand what's happening because watching the game in the multiple speed and seeing Naga died has lost my attention a little bit of the map. Usually it's not an easy way to kill the Naga. Hero usually doesn't die because you just play far, you send illusions in, you keep your main hero relatively safe. You still want to get XP with it, but it's not like you have to go on each of the wave or near it. Ursa died once on top, playing quite aggressively will have result in dying him again, and it's alright. Guardian Grease finished on whitemon. He keeps pushing bottom, keep denying some farm from the Radiant, but this Ursa kill was pretty massive for them on tidebound. Ayo is super far from any of his items. Tusk has finished his blink. Darkseer is only Dominator. He has to get pipe now. I guess it's flying. Fang only blink. While Dire team has Blade Mail, BKB, Blade Mail blinks on BKB. Naga Greaves incoming. Ursa Butcher, BKB incoming. It's again like the carry. You can see he didn't go for BKB third item. He goes for the another damage item because of the edges, like we saw in the last game when he went for Daedalus. Instead of buying BKB at this time, it's Ursa. We are entering the state where where burst is no longer a thing, where you play for the sustain. I mean, there are still heroes that can burst, like for example Ursa, but it's relatively. It becomes relatively hard. You can see here, BZM grabbed the Io, got instantly stunned from Tusk, and Io is like still 70% HP, 65. Has to commit his BKB, so the fights become more of like long fights. Axe is also doing a lot of burst damage with the Blink Blade Mail against AJ carries. Ooh, interesting topic. They hit him a lot, so they deal a lot of damage to themselves. Unfortunately, Tiny got the shard from Tormentor. And that would be pretty cool for Naga to get it. He might think to buy it himself, but it looks like whitemon just wants to get Blink to make sure he's always ready to counter initiate with the song. His idea is to stay far. If Radiant gets some nice initiation, just counter it with a Blink song, with the song Blink. Daxa did not ward bottom. Wait, 1 sec. I wanna actually check. Did he? Yeah, okay, it was whitemon who warded here earlier. Alright. So, another active rune. The Roche is not in the menu for quite a while. If Tundra is looking to finish their BKB on Ursa. Radiant already have BKB on Gyro. Glimmer Cape on Darkseer, not the pipe as we were anticipating. BKB on Axe finished. BKB on Ursa finished. And this is the moment when Tundra is gonna say, okay, we have our main timings. Let us go. They're smoking, they're grouping up bottom, smoking behind the wave. Ursa wants to get in smoke as well. Doesn't want to show. They will look for the nice angle. Interesting word from Y is gonna show the Watcher that hit has been taken, which results in the Radiant team to completely understand that Dire are smoked. As maybe they were not paying attention or they were planning to fight on mid or bait. A double BKB Ursa and Axe is way too big, so there is no real way for Radiant to fight. Every time they have some option, they will just use Song and have they have Greaves, so life is easy. Whitemon is looking for the Aghanim Scepter next, as it's gonna allow him to increase the distance on W, but more important, to use it through BKB targets, resulting in holding Pangolier in the same space, as well as Gyro if he wants to, as well as any other hero. Another lasso at initiation. This is how you can finish games when you have Tiny and Batrider, or any type of hero that can reposition enemies away from their base. It's very good to break the... It's really good at helping to break the, what is called, the formation. Fortification. Alright, another wisdom rune. You can see how whitemon preemptively words it. Staying far, allowing his Ursa to play in front. It's another smoke, but doesn't really want to do it. His team is not ready. They decided to be disciplined, not take random fight. They have 28k lead, but they are not taking risks. And this is very important. This type of games is the tournament games. You want to increase your win chance by as much as possible. You want to do everything very cleanly. Most of things you want to do clearly. It's not obligatory, but it is what it is. All right. So spraying smoke. Let's see what items maybe they're waiting. They have first stuff finished on both Tiny and Betrider. Betrider finished Aghanim Scepter. Perhaps Abyssal on the Ursa. Perhaps Refresher on Axe, as this is he's pretty far away from it. What is he bought with this tiara? It is an Octarine core. Interesting. Tiny got initiated, but he has 4 stuff, Glimmer, Solar, 3000 HP. This plus 4 Tiny is massive. Like, he still buys the Blink, and 4 stuff has a normal Tiny, but him getting the Solar Crest first, and then gaining all this advantage because he survives the fights, resulting in him having like 5th net worth on the map, which is also part of the reason why part of the reason for that it has 180 creeps. But Tundra is the team that is farming a lot, farming on everyone in this game, and now they'll just go through Radiant team as there is no care. Game is over. They won, and this is the finale of this series. But not finale of the tournament, as Tundra and Tidebound will meet again in the final. And in order to look at it, we need some comments below. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this content. I will try to make it better so far. Yeah, go check out the other videos if you haven't, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.